about this universal turtle guard, which I really had to adopt because I started sparring over in Thailand out of this boxing style. And man, I probably had really fast hands back then because I was really working on reaction punches, reactions, combinations. By reactions, I don't mean countering, like a counter is when you slip out of the way as a shot is coming. A reaction is more catch and hit, bang, 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 bang. And I was really fast, but even mid-level fighters there, let alone advanced ones, could totally hit me in the back, hit me in the butt, hit me in the back of the legs every time in sparring, because you can't be bladed like this and defend against the round kick. Maybe Benny the Jet could. He could kind of check his leg like this, but even as I try to do it there perfectly, it's really difficult. So I always say this, for MMA, street fighting, Muay Thai, everything, you got to take this perfect shoulder position from like Muhammad Ali boxing, and you got to change it to almost this like peekaboo stance to where, as Bas Rutten always says, your right hand, it's almost there. It's ready to be launched. And your power punches are loaded up too. Unlike here where you have to actually load the left hook. In this stance, all you have to do is step forward because your left hook is already loaded up. And for that matter, great segue, the left elbow, because the left hook is really very similar to the left elbow. USA Boxing, amateur boxing school, the best in the world, they really stress when they want to teach somebody who's a righty the left hook. They just have them throw left elbows over and over again, 500 times a day. Block the left hook, throw a left elbow. Even though they know in the ring, it's a foul. You're not allowed to throw an elbow. You get disqualified for it. That's the way they teach this really tight hook. One thing which I always teach, which is very similar, is this center line theory. With a hook, you can literally hang a string from the ceiling, line it up so it's right where the middle of your body is, and make sure the elbow of the hook on either side doesn't go past that center line. Whether it's a tight hook, a long hook, whatever you want to throw, don't violate that center line theory principle. And that especially comes into play with the elbow. You do not want to finish your elbows over here. You're past the line. Here is as far as you need to go with those elbows, and here is where you will get the maximum power. Right before you finish that point, it's like finishing a punch over here. You have no power, you have no accuracy, you're totally open. Your punches need to finish on your own center line and be delivered along that center line, not anywhere on the other side of it. So getting into the science of elbows, especially this beautiful lead one, so similar to that left hook. It's really just the rudimentary internal components of it, because it's not like you're swinging, whereas with the left hook you actually can swing the arm independently of the body and slap a little bit. It's really impossible to do with the left elbow. You have to position, you have to pivot, you have to step in, you have to turn your body, turn your hips, get your back into it, everything. What they always told me in Thailand, learning this over there, was imagine it's like you're stealing something. You're grabbing something out of a window and there's a stick there. And as you grab it, the window is closing down. So it's like snatching a purse, they would say in Thailand. That's how quickly you want to throw an elbow. You want to steal it. Then there's the up elbow. Kru Teat at Tiger Muay Thai. At so many stadiums, I saw him just finish fights with a parry and this lead up elbow, and he would just chop people up with it. Really powerful counter weapon. Then, of course, the Anderson Silva back elbow. Devastating weapon, totally underused. In classical Muay Thai, there's literally a step through long punch in Muay Boran used in order to set this up. But Yair Rodriguez, Anderson Silva, a few fighters in the UFC have managed to actually pull this off in action, but not a lot of people practice it, and it's hard to actually get that snap. It takes a while to develop, but once you get it, it can be a great setup for the other elbows and a great knockout shot. Then we move over to the tomahawk elbow, where we make this beautiful kind of rainbow-like arcing motion. You can do that off the front or the lead side. beautiful little tomahawk elbow, which can hit so many of those soft, sensitive targets in the face. You know, always with striking, we want to avoid this part of the head. You will break your hand, shatter your elbow, your other parts. What we're looking for is, like Conor McGregor says, the soft targets of the face, anywhere around here. If these aren't available, we look for these ones. If these aren't available, we look for these ones. And if nothing here is available, then yes, we can go here, but we have to do it in such a way that we're not going to destroy our own weapons. So be sure to practice those elbows, put them in your flow, put them in combinations. Don't overcommit to them. Make sure that you have them set up so that you're not just throwing them naked out of nowhere, off of a parry, off of a block, at the end of a combination.